Hi everyone, welcome back to my podcast and my channel Astral Dimension. So today's podcast is about toxic feminine nature. And just like we have talked about males in this particular podcast, we are going to talk about females because yes, females can be negative and toxic too. So there are some starting points where we can see that okay, this feminine entity can become negative and toxic. And just as we have related Mars with males, for females, we are going to relate Venus with females. And Venus is debilitated in the sign of Virgo, which means it is considered at its lowest strength in the sign of Virgo, and Venus is exalted in the sign of Pisces. Which means it is at its highest strength in the sign of Pisces. So we have to relate Venus in these two signs to understand the toxic feminine nature and good feminine nature. So see, the first starting point of being toxic or of getting negative through the sign of Virgo is that when a feminine is getting more critical, when a feminine is very sarcastic, when a feminine entity forgets to speak politely and in a kind manner or in a very mysterious manner, that can be a starting point of becoming negative in a sense. Because whenever a female or whenever a feminine entity is talking in a critical tone, she will forget about emotional connection that they have with other people. And whenever a feminine entity separates itself from the emotional, we can say, side of her, that feminine entity can become negative very quickly because feminine entity is all about having emotional intelligence. I'm not telling you to become an emotional fool as a female. I'm telling you when you forget to understand emotional connection that you have with other person and you become extremely critical and you start criticizing everything that other people are doing wrong around you, it will give rise to toxic female in your life. So you can relate it with your daily routine. Start to observe females who are extremely critical. You yourself will not want to be around those females because those females are going to have problem and issue with everything and everyone. So you will always feel like why they are complaining so much, why they are not happy with anything, why they are not satisfied with anything. The problem is that they have developed this critical speaking ability that now they are criticizing everything and everyone, because feminine nature is all about motivating other person with their words, because feminine words are extremely powerful. Trust me, the words of females are so powerful that no weapon on this entire earth can be compared to the words of females. Females can just speak and they will make you do anything and everything that they want you to do. So don't underestimate words of any female. So female words are equivalent to a spell. They can cast a spell on you. So that is why it is really important to understand that females should be careful when they are speaking, and that is why it is said that females should remain silent and be mysterious. Why? Because when female is speaking, people will pay attention, they will listen that what you are saying, and they can feel fearful if a female is expressing her thoughts, if a female is speaking very clearly, if a female has some important viewpoints and strong we can say options and opinions about something, other people can get really scared, because feminine nature is all about intimidating other person through their words, through their personality, through their aura. That is first thing. So if a female is becoming very critical in her tone, that is the indication that this female can become toxic and has ability to become toxic in future. And second point is that if a female is burdened with responsibility, if a female is burdened with workload, if a female is burdened with expectation, in that particular area, that Venus in the Virgo placement, the feminine will become dry. Feminine will become very structurized, very organized, hyper organized, very in a very she will do everything in a very routine manner because she wants to complete her work. This is not how females are supposed to be. You can think that okay, this is bad because some females are in corporate sector, some females are in business sector, and they needs to be organized, they needs to be, we can say, structured and very disciplined. So how this is going to happen? I'm not talking in terms of your professional life, I'm not talking in terms of your business, I'm talking in terms of your functioning, because females needs to enjoy their work. Even if they are doing a highly critical work or they are doing very technical work, they need to enjoy it. They cannot work happily if they are burdened, if they are pressurized, if they are constantly compared and judged. No, males can work really well in such situations, but females cannot. Females want to enjoy everything that they are doing. They should not be thinking about the outcome. They should not be thinking about the goal. If their goal is to become thin, suppose a female is overweight and her goal is to become thin, then she has to enjoy the process. So for that, if she's dancing, if she's going for yoga, if she's going for gym, she needs to enjoy it on a daily basis. She cannot just think about, oh, I have to get thin, or I'm not losing weight. Why I'm not losing weight? I'm doing so much and I'm still not able to lose the weight. No, this is not how you're supposed to be. So even if in your professional sector, you should not be just thinking about deadlines. You should enjoy the work so that you can add creativity in your work, because Venus is exalted in the sign of Pisces. So you need to be creative. You cannot shut down your creativity just because you are burdened by work. And that is why females become extremely critical and negative when you are constantly asking them to do something, when you are constantly burdening them with all the household work. They will become critical, they will become negative. That is why sometimes our mother-in-law, or every other female can become very volcanic in her presence and nature, and she will just blast out and lash out all the negative stuff out of her mouth, because she is burdened and now she cannot use her creativity. So you need to take off that particular load from the female if you really want to see the positive feminine side. So, a female, if she is burdened with work, if she is burdened with deadlines, if she is burdened with goals, she will not be able to use her creativity, and she can become toxic. And then she will want other people around her to suffer too, because that is the toxic side of Venus in Virgo. That female who is not happy in herself will want other people to suffer around her. That is revenge of Venus in the sign of Virgo. So, in the sign of Pisces, she will let go of everything. She will forgive you. If you have disrespected her, she will ignore you. She will cut you out of her life, but she will not take revenge. But in the sign of Virgo, she will plan revenge, and she will make sure to make your life miserable. That is toxic feminine nature. She will not care if you love her in a very intense manner. She will not care if you are sacrificing everything for her. If she has decided that she will make you suffer, then she will make you suffer. That is toxic feminine nature, because once her mind is set, she will not change it. Once her mind is set, she will never become motherly toward the person that she hates now. Also, Venus in the sign of Pisces is all about free flow, energy flowing in a free state, and Venus is all about stuck energy. So if a feminine nature is not getting any kind of freedom or space to flow, she will become toxic. If you try to control a female from every angle, that no, you cannot do this, you can only behave in this manner, you can only wear this, you can only wear that, you can only speak like this, you can only laugh like this, that female will become toxic at some point, because feminine nature wants freedom. Feminine nature wants some kind of space so that she can flow in a free manner. So, if you don't want your female to become toxic, you should give her some space. And if she really respects you, if she really loves you, then she is never going to do something that can make you feel bad. That is also all about feminine nature. If a female really respects you, she will never do anything that can embarrass you or create some kind of problem in your life. So you need to understand that. So these little things can make a female toxic. And one more point, if a female is not given freedom to feel beautiful, again she will become toxic. So if a female is constantly criticized about her looks, about her dressing sense, about the way in which she conducts herself, and you are not talking to her in a very polite and kind manner, then she will start underestimating herself. She will start comparing herself, and then jealousy will set in, and she will become jealous, and the day she become jealous, she will become toxic, because it is not in feminine nature to become jealous of beauty of other female, because feminine is beauty in herself. So if a person is making a feminine feel ugly, if a person is making a feminine feel inferior, or that she is not enough or she is not good, she will give up on her beauty, and then she will start getting jealous and insecure from every female around her, and again that will set in some toxic traits in her. So you need to be careful about her beauty, and feeling beautiful is really important for a female to be positive. So these things can make a person, especially a feminine person, feel toxic or negative. So if you have more questions, you can add them in comments either on the YouTube or Instagram. I will check them out. Thank you.